All right, so we are recording the session right now. So, hi guys, welcome to the first Golden Daily Mapping for the day. I'm just having my cigarette right now while doing this video for you guys. Okay, so the first of all for today, I would say that I feel looking at the structure of M15 currently, I'm based only on this M15 structure. Price is really in the zone of between monthly and weekly. So what I'm afraid of is if price just rejects all the way down for it to take the buy from this zone. But we also have the weekly time frame at 1690, but that level of support has already been retested for so many times that I feel like it could at least push all the way down to pick up price from the weekly time frame. So as you guys can see at 1670.79. So for questions, I think you guys just ask me later, okay? Because now I just have to explain first. So based on, okay, so that's on the weekly time frame. And for the daily time frame, I as well feel like it's just a level of support, but there isn't any proper confirmation over there. Also weekly, also H4. Everything else is just too big of a time frame right now. So what could potentially happen is that first, if price rejects in this area, it might be able to retest all the way up again, which means that we have a valid level of support over here. But for now, there honestly have no clear direction for me because price can reject and fly all the way up. So what I could find for you guys is a setup for M1 setup, which means that there was a sell area around this zone. So this was the first sell zone. So I was expecting price to make a retracement up, at least into this blue zone again, which is at 1688 all the way to 1688.9, because that is the that is the first sell that was formed. So I target the first trade to be taken is in this zone. And then if this zone is broken, which means that there isn't much of a clearer direction. So we just have to wait for better directions or clearer trade ideas before taking any trades. Okay. Okay, so I'm just reading your answer, your questions. Mr. Pankaj is also using engulfing theory. So look at this. I would have given the sell earlier here. As soon as price did this buy and then broken lower and price retesting this zone again. So this was the first sell earlier, but this was the sell that pushed price down. So now I'm just waiting for retracements to happen into this M1 zone, because if M1 zone's price respects this zone, we might see price being pushed all the way down. At least the first target is at 1683 and then 1681. So we also have to be aware in these two zones, because this is also our M15 potential zone. So if price creates a bullish movement in here, you might be able to get the short movement of this to this around 50 to 60 pips. Okay. So why did gold drop? So for me, why did gold drop was this, because yesterday we had two levels, right? We had two levels of support and resistance. So if you're looking at the M30 right now, we were always talking about this level at 1705.9 all the way to 1708.6. So obviously that is the resistance area of M30. And M30 is still respecting this level of resistance. That is why I feel price managed to being pushed down like this. And why, I mean, like some of you have also asked, why did price break and drop a lot right after the break? So that is because that H1, if you actually look at H1, we have this level of support, which I told you guys at 1700 or around 1700.07, if I'm not mistaken. So that was a level of H1 that got easily broken by H1. So look at this candle. It just broke and closed below. So it closed around 23 pips below that line. So if some of you guys were buying from that area. You guys knew that there was a sell as well. So to cut loss, that was only 23 pips. But some of you have also sold from here. And also when price rejected this area, you guys bought. But as soon as the H1 broke below, you held the sell and closed the buy. And you see how price just dropped after. So this is what happened, and this is what I'll be teaching you in the class as well. Like what to hold, what to TP, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's about it for me for now. The rejection for gold is just we need to wait for price. The exact buying price, I cannot be telling you because I also don't know. I trade based on setups. I trade based on if there is a confirmation for a buy or a sell, and then I start trading. That's how I determine if I want to be trading or not. So now look at this. Price is coming back into our zone. So as long as price stays below, we know that price is not going to be a bullish structure. So let's see. So for me, if price wants to continue selling, this is the last area for the M1. So as long as we don't have any M1 zones or M1 setups being created, just let me check over here. Oh, it's quite a long way back, guys. It's okay, just forget about it. So we don't really know if there is a buy from H1 over there or from M1 over there. But this is what's currently happening. This is M15. So the push seems like it's coming for the bullish movement. Okay, needs to decide in this moment. So price close below, right? So it's still respect somehow. Yeah, you're right as well. I mean, daily can also be buying. That's why if we want to be trading, like we want to try to get the sharpest sell or the buy, it needs to be with the setup of M1. You can sell now because your stop loss is only 20 pips if you want to be selling. So M5 broke that zone, but M1 is still respecting. So as long as if M1 is below this zone, it's still all right. As long as M1 closes below than the zone, it's still okay. Because if you cut loss, it's only, let's just say it's 14, 15 pips, right? Okay, look at that. Broke. It broke that level. So if you guys still want to hold or cut, it's only 2 pips, 3 pips. Like for me, I'm just gonna cut straight away. I don't want to be holding this cell for now. And that's why I did not give the signal to the group yet. Because for me, this setup for the cell has been broken. So for me, that's how I trade. It's quite simple, right? Look at that. If it managed to close again below, I mean, it's 50-50 right now. I don't really want to take trades like this. Wow. This gap manipulation is quite dirty. But to really confirm that it closed above, both needs to close above. Mm. Okay. So I'm just still deciding on this candle because it is kind of like still retesting that high of M1. So okay, like this is confirm of a break. So that it's because it has 2 candlestick that close above. So that's why I don't want to take the sell. It is a 50-50 trade. It can retrace or it can fly. Yeah, can re. So like I said, first sell is now it is broken. If you guys see this line, price close above. So some also ask me if I can buy. For me, if you want to buy, wait for new setups to be formed, which means from the M1 or from the different time frame. Okay. So let's look at M5. Resistance area for M5, I would say this, but this is just a potential zone. So if let's just say that M5 respects, oh yeah. So as long as M5 stays below than this line, so someone has asked 1692. So as long as M5 can stay below this line, and let's just say M5 close and creates a cell in this zone, then it might be an M5 cell. But until that moment happen, it is just a zone. So this is just the zone, the M5 zone. So the two scenarios can still be if price just makes a fake out over here and pulls all the way up again to make sure that this week the weekly closes above 1690.31. That's also a scenario that I have to calculate and put into my mind for today, because the decision that I'm going to be making will be based on if there will be new setups that's going to be formed in this weekly zone, and if there are new setups for the buys or for the sell, and then we would decide the buying or the selling pressure is more. So for now, as I said, and someone has also said that it is also in a daily buying zone. I actually know that, but what can you say? You can actually say that it isn't in the buying zone. But do you think today, by looking at the daily zone, you would know if it's going to just reject all the way up or reject all the way down? So by looking at daily, usually you cannot find the answer to that. You need to always look at the smaller time frame and understanding the movements and the bias for the sell and buys for today. So as I said, to sell in this area, why am I still feeling quite scared, is because that this is quite a beautiful push, which means that these are all supply zones which are quite free, and price has also done a sideways in this zone. So the only thing that it is not the doing a sideways in the right zone. If it actually does a sideways around here, or if it does a sideways around here, it's definitely better, because this is just a random ass zone. Okay, so I hope you guys are clear with the situation of what gold is in right now. If I'm looking at M30 as well, when I'm actually looking to the left, right, most left of what is holding price. So let's look at this level. So M30 level of is just a zone. So basically a zone starting from 1685.4 all the way to 1691. So that's a 60 pips range of a zone, when price, if you look at it, has been retested once as a shadow. Price did not reach that price, and then now price is in that zone. So what could happen right now as well is this could be the first bullish movement for M30, because if M30 closes in the next 12 minutes, and if there is a buying pressure from this current market, it could push price to at least to the next M30 zone. So this is the next M30 zone, if this buy for M30 is valid. But from that moment, it can decide whether it should break the zone or respect. If it respects that zone, it could drop again all the way. So there are a lot of scenarios today for gold, but the confirmation is yet to be formed. So that's why sometimes when I give you guys 1 or 2 signals a day, I really wait for the moment to press the buy or the sell, because not every moment is a moment that I trade. It's not like I can trade every single second. So I'm always waiting for the right price to give me the confirmations that I want, and then execute my trades. So now still we are looking at M5. So M5 is still in the zone. So this is the zone where if it still wants to create a new sell, it needs to be a bearish candle in this area. So it needs to maybe create a green. So this next green candle should try to retest this high again. And maybe it can close as a green in that sense, and then close as a bearish. And if that happens, we would have an M5 set up for a sell. So maybe then it would be a continuation down all the way to 1682, 1683. Okay. So current situation, I would say, not really clear. After our M1 zone has been broken, we are left with no new zones to be trading on. So yeah, that's the situation so far, guys. Samir, okay, let's have a break, like 2 minutes break. You guys can ask me questions from the chat. Oops. I do swing tradings. But for me, for most of you guys who are new, it's better because why I'm saying this is most of you guys are with accounts of $200 to $1,000. So it's better for you to learn how to collect your profits daily, or even like trading M1s or M5, just to make sure that you guys are familiar with the system first. And when you have more confidence in it, obviously you can hold your trades. One day I would definitely be sharing with you, okay guys, hold this trade for 100 pips, hold this trade for 200 pips, for example. So, but for now, it's better to focus on the short movements of you try to get a confirmed 20 to 40 pips. Try and learn how to get this. I take by entry 1707. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, John. John, you are at 1707, 1708, 1709. So if, wait, let me see. So that means, oops. Okay, that means that you are taking trades at least from 17. Whoa, mama mia. Mr. John, you are a legend, man. You are a swing legend. Only thing is the opposite direction, bro. But it's okay, you're still a swinger. 17. Oh my god. 07. Oh fuck, I saw it wrongly. I thought it was above. It was just somewhere around here. Okay, that's not too bad, to be honest. I mean, 1707. 1707, 1708. That's actually a key area where price could retest again. So for those of you guys, like, let's just say, Mr. John, like if price retrace back all the way up to that zone, we have the M30 level, which means that a level that price has not retested yet. So that is at 1706, 1708. So high chance at any point, it could come back into the zone to retest. But the question is, are you willing to take the float if price managed to push all the way down, push all the way down, and push all the way down? For me, if you guys know how I trade, usually it's based on, I cut my losses really short and I try to maximize my profits. So to be honest with you, bro, I really have no idea what to do because you have been floating for almost 180 pips. And if you're willing to float another 180 pips, at least in case if price goes to that direction, you should be all right. You need to be all right about it. So, I mean, decision is yours, bro. You really need to just decide on it. Can I explain fake out? Fake out, I will like, I don't know what's fake out, to be honest. I don't use what fake out is, but all I know is I trade based on a system of is an engulfing under supply and demand. So obviously we can discuss Pankaj. We can talk about it more, no problem. Yeah, John, cut loss, please. What is the net possible movement of gold? Okay, for me, the net possible movement on gold, I can really tell you at the end of today's closing weekly, because the decision of weekly today would dictate a lot of things for me. So if let's just say weekly managed to close above again 1691.3, so weekly managed to close above this line. And then for next week, I can tell you that only focus on the buys because weekly has managed to close and it is on our level of support. So then I can tell you the confirmation of buy or sell. But for now, if you ask me VG, I cannot really tell you. Buy can happen 1688, 1688. Let's look at M1 again. So if you're looking at M1 again right now, buys can happen at any point. It can happen from this, but this is not an area where I would be buying. This is just a breakout setup where you assume price is just gonna boom, fly all the way up. But there are times where I've seen price went down as well. So for me, it's just following the system. If the system gives you a buy, just follow the buy. If it's a sell, just follow the sell. I think, sir, it would be a buy as smart money is collecting all sellers. Could be. The range is huge. The range is really huge right now. So you can be buying for like a scalping setup for like 50 to 60 pips as well. This one, you have to look at the Hail Mary setup. That is the first to 12 for now. You should be understanding a little bit of the basics. But soon, when you are done, I would say when I think it should take roughly 1 week for you to finish watching all and then join the masterclass. Yes, bro, it's a dream. Best trading every time frame. So for new ones, I would say that just focus on H4 and M15. And if you want to look at daily to swing a bit, you go to daily and H1 and M30. Sorry, can you repeat your question? You mentioned something about when price comes to a price, but left a week, then still comes back to that, then price. Okay, Sharon, can you please ask me again? I don't understand your question. Yep, I agree. It's the engulfing strategy used by big banks who have. Oh my God. I honestly not sure of how they trade based on their system of big banks and all these people. A lot of people claim that they know how these big banks trades and stuff, but to be honest, if they really know how they trade, do you think they will still be where they are? They would not even care. They will be making millions and billions of dollars. So that's why I said, focus on yourself. Focus on what we can learn from the market. We can improve on our trading, that's for sure. M5 broken. Okay, thank you, Harsh, for updating that. Yes, look at that. As soon as M5 broke that level, price just broke all the way up because now we don't have an M5 sell zone over here. So I'm just going to minus this zone off and potentially even M1 that was broken earlier. What happened? Look at this. Some of you guys would be hard to hold or to close your losses, right? It's hard for you guys to close and accept that today I am in a loss for a short time. But then, if you look at this again, after closing your trades, after breaking even your trades, price might reject. It might go down that 8 pips, 9 pips or whatsoever. But then, as soon as it drops a bit, price can reject all the way up again, another 15 to 18 pips. And this is when you would be like, oh, should I re-enter this zone? Should I be selling again? I mean, if you guys want to sell, it's just based on, luck, based on, I don't know what. But if you want to sell, remain your stop loss, which means that if you have a stop loss that is 20 pips from the zone, so let's just say 20 pips, as long as price is below 20 pips, so price is here, if you still want to sell, it's up to you, because you know that from this moment to your stop loss, it's only 13 pips. But if this setup is a valid sell, for example, it just randomly just drops, your risk is 13 pips, but your take profit could be 50 to 60 pips. So that could also be a style of trading for you. Okay. Well, so please, okay, I will explain everything. Emotions. Yeah, emotions is a big thing, bro. Like Zaha, it's really a big factor in trading, because like, I don't know if you guys really follow when I say cut loss. When I say hold, you can hold, because and break even your trade. That's also very important. Because if you start to hold your losses, right, and you're not sure until when are you supposed to hold your losses, trading becomes like a gambling. Then you don't really want to be in that state, right? So that's where, for me, if you really want to follow your system, follow it closely. And then if it's a win, it's a win. If it's a lose, it's a lose. You just have to accept the fact. So John, what should I do right now? Take an exit. Okay, if I were you right now, for all the floatings that you have, that would be another 180 pips floating. You should not decide at anything yet until if price creates a new sell setup. At least if you want to hold your buys, wait for a sell setup from an M5 or M15 or M30 or whatsoever, at least. Engulfing happened in H1 M30. Okay, let's see. So engulfing happened in, yes, correct. Engulfing happened. But as I said, this engulfing is just the first bullish engulfing. So price can still decide to retrace And from this moment, remember, this is our M30. So for it to make a proper breakout, this M30 candle that is currently running needs to close above this green line at 1691.91. So supposedly, if you want to be taking any trades right now, it's really high risk because you are not sure if the direction is still going to retest the lower zone when you are buying here, or the zone wants to retest higher when you are selling, trying to get the price to go down. So better wait for it, right? So wait for it to actually make okay, I will definitely teach you guys also in the evening. Okay, but guys, that's all for now for the Zoom. So, but I will be doing this every day for all my masterclass students. I don't know, what do you guys think? It's been almost 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and thank you for all the 65 of you guys who are here listening, taking your time off today to listen. Next masterclass will be soon. Definitely, I would say I want to do it soon, but I will only do it if it's 1,000 packs. Right now, we have about 300. It's not increasing, it's at 300. So please, if you guys really want it also, please help me get this across because I need more people to attend so that when we have 1,000, I will not plan to do any more intakes. It will be 1,000 people trying to really change their life in trading. Because as long, if they are not even losing money with me, at least they are learning knowledge. I have been trading for 5 years and this is what I've been doing every single day, right? So you guys just need to follow closely. I don't know, tell me, what do you guys think? How long have you guys been following me? When I give out signals, I know I don't give out 5 to 10 signals a day, but when I give out quality signals, I know that it will be boom, boom, pow, boom, because of the experience of waiting. I don't trade all the time. So guys, please help me promote, okay? And I will do my best to expedite this masterclass and trying to give you guys the knowledge as soon as possible. So thank you so much, guys. And thank you for all the 65 of you guys listening. I'll do the next Zoom soon. And for the masterclass students, again, Zoom will be every single day. Okay? Bye, guys. Thank you. I'm going to go first.